This is the digital channel of the General Overseas Service of All India Radio. I am Manoj Mainkar, and in the next half hour, I'll bring to you news updates from India and around the world, awareness videos on coronavirus by Government of India, yoga on radio, and a lot more. We'll begin with the news updates.
This is the General Overseas Service of All India Radio. The news read by Maria Albina Michael. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday announced that the current lockdown will be extended till 3rd May, saying it is very necessary to contain the spread of the coronavirus pandemic in the country. In a televised address to the nation, the Prime Minister said implementation of the lockdown will be strictly ensured in coming days to ensure that the virus does not spread to new areas. The Prime Minister said detailed guidelines on implementation of the new lockdown will be announced on Wednesday. Some relaxations may be allowed after 20th April in places where there is no hotspot, he said. He said India has managed to contain the spread of infection well due to its holistic approach in dealing with the crisis, and sacrifices made by people of the country in the fight produced positive results. Modi said India received huge benefits from the 21-day lockdown in checking the pandemic and added that the country has dealt with the situation better with limited resources. The lockdown that came into effect on 25th March was to expire at midnight of 14th April. A first batch of 265 British nationals out of the total 900 stranded in Gujarat due to the coronavirus lockdown on Monday evening boarded a special flight for the UK from the Ahmedabad International Airport. In a tweet, the British High Commission in Gujarat and Rajasthan said that remaining lot of the British nationals will be flown back during this week. The High Commission also thanked Gujarat Chief Minister Vijay Rupani and the Airports Authority of India AAI for their support. The first flight of 265 British citizens took off just now from Ahmedabad Airport bound for UK. Huge thanks to CMO Gujarat and airport authorities for their superb assistance. Further flights planned later this week, the British High Commission tweeted. India on Monday issued a strong démarche to Pakistan over the killing of 3 civilians, including a minor, by Pakistani troops in a ceasefire violation along the line of control in Keran sector of Jammu and Kashmir, official sources said. A strong démarche, a formal diplomatic note, was made to the Pakistan side on the killing of 3 innocent Indian civilians, said a source. The démarche was issued to a top diplomat in Pakistan High Commission here. In Islamabad, Pakistan Foreign Ministry summoned Indian Charge d'Affaires Gaurav Ahluwalia and lodged a protest, claiming it was the Indian side that resorted to ceasefire violation in Dhudnial, Rakchikri, Chirikot and Baro sectors on Sunday. Pakistan alleged that a 2-year-old boy was killed in Dhudnial sector. Last Sunday, Keran sector was the scene of a deadly operation in which 5 elite army commandos laid down their lives while eliminating a group of infiltrating militants. The Trump administration on Monday notified the Congress of its determination to sell Harpoon Black II air-launched missiles and lightweight torpedoes worth $155 million to India. A determination in this regard was recently made by the U.S. State Department following a request for these 2 military hardware made by the Indian government, the Pentagon said. According to the Pentagon, the Harpoon missile system will be integrated into the P-81 aircraft to conduct anti-surface warfare missions in defense of critical sea lanes while enhancing interoperability with the United States and other allied forces. While the Harpoon missiles will be manufactured by Boeing, the torpedoes would be supplied by Raytheon, the notification said. The Supreme Court on Monday observed that Indian citizens stranded in various countries due to the COVID-19 pandemic should stay where they are after the center said it would not be feasible to selectively evacuate those who want to return due to various reasons. A bench headed by Chief Justice S.A. Bobde said this while hearing through video conferencing a batch of pleas seeking evacuation of Indian citizens from different countries, including United Kingdom and Gulf nations. In its affidavit, filed on a plea seeking evacuation of Indian students stranded in UK, the centre has given details of the steps taken by the concerned authorities, including the Indian High Commission at London, to assist Indians there. The centre said that the severe risk posed by arrivals from an increasing number of countries affected by COVID-19 is something that the government is seeking to minimize. The army on Monday paid solemn tributes to the soldiers who laid down their lives to capture the icy heights of Siachen 36 years ago, a senior official said. The occasion was the 36th Siachen Day that commemorates the courage and fortitude displayed by Indian Army troops in securing the highest and coldest battlefield in the world, a defense spokesperson said. The Indian Army this day in 1984 launched Operation Meghdut to secure the Bilafond La and other passes on the Saltoro ridgeline from Pakistani aggression, he said. The nation remembers Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar on his 129th birth anniversary today. Dr. Ambedkar is known as the chief architect of the Indian Constitution and has been bestowed with the country's highest civilian honor, Bharat Ratna, in 1990, posthumously. Baba Saheb Bhim Rao Ambedkar was born on 14th April 1891 at Mao, now known as Dr. Ambedkar Nagar in Madhya Pradesh. Dr. Ambedkar was a known jurist, economist, politician and social reformer who worked hard throughout his life to end social discrimination against weaker sections of the society. The government has extended on gratis basis the regular visa and e-visa of foreign nationals who are stranded in India due to COVID-19 till the 30th of this month. Many foreign nationals are stranded in the country due to the nationwide lockdown announced on the 24th of last month to curb the spread of COVID-19. Home Ministry said the regular visa, e-visa or stay stipulation of such foreign nationals whose visas have expired or will be expiring during 1st of February to 30th of April will be extended till 30th of this month on gratis basis after making online application by the foreigner. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday greeted people on various festivals being celebrated, praying that the country gets more strength to collectively fight the menace of COVID-19 in the times to come. Various festivals, mostly related to harvesting, are being celebrated on Monday and Tuesday. Greetings to people across India on various festivals being marked. May these festivals deepen the spirit of brotherhood in India, he wrote on Twitter. The Prime Minister hoped that the festivals would also bring joy and good health. May we get more strength to collectively fight the menace of COVID-19 in the times to come, the Prime Minister said. No additional positive cases have been reported for last 14 days in 25 districts of 15 states due to the efforts of frontline workers, an official in Ministry of Health and Family Welfare said on Monday while briefing the media. As many as 996 fresh confirmed cases of novel coronavirus or COVID-19 have been reported in the country in the last 24 hours, taking the total number to 9,352. Out of these total cases, 980 patients have recovered and discharged from the hospitals, while 324 patients have died. Meanwhile, the Vice President of India, Shri M. Venkaiah Naidu, asked universities and other educational institutions to harness fully the power of technology to ensure continuity of academic calendar during the lockdown period. Interacting with vice-chancellors of various universities and director of the Indian Institute of Public Administration through a video conference, the vice president observed that it might take some more time for normalcy to return and inquired about their plans to cope with the disruption caused by COVID-19 pandemic. And that is the end of this news bulletin.
If the current COVID-19 outbreak has got you feeling stressed out and anxious, then a calming yoga flow can definitely help. We care for your well-being and therefore, we bring for our listeners Yoga on Radio. Practice some easy asanas with Yogacharya Surakshit Goswami and keep yourself healthy and rejuvenated.
Dear listeners, today we will practice Kati Chakrasana. This asana is very good for treating diabetes and obesity, as Kati Chakrasana puts pressure on the stomach, kidneys, liver, intestines, pancreas and rectum. It improves overall health and gives relief from constipation and gastric problems. The asana gives strength to the abdominal muscles and removes excess fat from the waist, making it slimmer. It increases suppleness in the body and balances the energy. The asana removes stiffness in the thighs, hips, backbone and the waist and makes them strong. Kati Chakrasana also removes stiffness in the lower back. Precautions. Be careful to guard against any jolt while doing this asana. Do not do it in haste or by force. Keep the legs close to the ground as much as possible.
Lie on your back and fold both the legs one by one at your knees. Keep both the knees joined together. Keep your elbows bent and hands under your head. While inhaling, bring both the knees to the left-hand side and twist your head to the right. Don't try to force your knees to the ground. Bend them as much as you can easily. In the end, both the ankles and the knees will rest on each other. Breathe normally and stay in this position for as long as you can. Then lift one knee at a time and also bring your head to the normal position. Repeat the process on the right side as well. The same exercise can be done keeping space between the two legs. It should be performed 3 times on both the sides. This asana can also be done by folding one leg at a time.
India is at a critical stage in its fight against coronavirus as fears of community transmissions rise. During its lockdown, frontline workers are still going out every day to win what one doctor described as a war India can't afford to lose. In this section, we bring to you the best of advices from doctors all over India talking about various aspects of coronavirus. Here is one such doctor talking to you.
Namaste. Greetings to listeners of the General Overseas Service of ESD, All India Radio. I am Dr. Divan, Director Surgical Oncology, Rajiv Gandhi Cancer Institute, Delhi, India. United Nations tweeted on 6th of March 2020, be informed, be prepared, be smart, be safe, be ready to fight COVID-19. And on 11th March, WHO declared COVID-19 pandemic. And we started fighting this biological war against mankind. In these times, you must have heard of words like social distancing, personal hygiene, quarantine, vaccines. But I would like to go a little further and talk about 5 things, 5 do's and don'ts for a common man. Number 1. Everybody is talking about social distancing. Mind you, it doesn't mean social distance or social isolation. It means physical distancing and not distancing socially. Maintain distance of 6 feet physically. No mass gathering, restrict movement of people. That is social distancing. My appeal to you is do social distancing, but don't distance socially. Be more social distantly. Talk to your parents, talk to your brother, sister, friends more frequently, chat online, be in touch with them. You can make them happy. So socialize distantly. That is number 1. Number 2, people are hoarding things in the pandemic, hoarding rations, day-to-day items. My appeal to you is to give and not hoard. If anyone needs more, let it be ration, toiletry, or anything. Give, give, give. God will give you much more than what you need. So give more and more and more. Don't hoard. You will realize that you will waste what you hold. That was second point. And third, in this time, reinvent yourself and explore yourself when you are at home. Here is an opportunity given by God. Do meditation, do yoga. It doesn't cost anything. Get involved in recreational activities at home. Become a child. Number 4, be thankful to people like doctors, paramedics, police, delivery boys, and so many other people who are taking care of you when you are at home. They also have families. They don't stay at home. They are never on vacation. They are exposed to do everything. They take all risks. For whom? For you. They say, take care of us by staying at home. We will take care of you. They are your true friends. And lastly, time to introspect. If you heal yourself, I mean inner healing as well as externally by obsessive cleaning and personal hygiene, nature will heal thyself. Mind you, rivers, air is cleaner in these times. Unfortunately, it has taken a pandemic for the world to realize that we are one. No religion, no caste, no age, no sex. Everybody is talking about science, COVID, vaccines. I hope once this pandemic is over, we remain united regardless. I repeat, we remain united regardless. Thank you.
During lockdown in India, many citizens are voluntarily participating in creating awareness and helping the less privileged.
Hello, my name is Anika Kaul. I was brought up in Britain, but I'm originated from India. I've got a very important message and I'll be talking about the coronavirus. The best habits about it and bad habits about it. Good habits about the coronavirus is all the lockdown. It's good to stay safe or you'll be catching the coronavirus. You should always cough in your elbow like this. Don't cough in your hand like this. Because then the germs on your hand will spread. If you itch your eyes, it will go in your eyes. Either way, it will go in your lungs. Bad habits about the coronavirus. If you cough in your hand like this, like I said, if you rub your eyes, it will go to your eyes and your eyes will get infected. If you bite your nails like this, it's going on your mouth, and then you'll get a virus in your mouth and it will all go. Now we want to stay safe and tell the virus no, so the virus won't come. How do you do that? You cough in your elbow, sneeze in your elbow, or try and cough in a tissue and sneeze in a tissue. Even if you cough in your elbow or sneeze in your elbow, it will still go to your elbow. If you're maybe nudging someone, let's say, or going like this arm to arm, that person you're doing it with will get your germs. So it's really good, actually, if you do it in a tissue. More bad habits about the coronavirus is Boris Johnson, as you've heard, has got the coronavirus and he's been going to the hospital shaking hands with everyone. Now, if you were Prime Minister, think about that. It's very foolish. He's telling everyone not to shake hands, and even if someone doesn't have the coronavirus, and he was actually shaking hands with the persons who do have coronavirus in the hospital. Now that is very dangerous. So please, if you're going to visit your granny or grandpa or anyone in your family members who have the coronavirus, don't shake their hands or you're going to get it. If you don't get it, you're probably going to spread it if you're young. Even masks don't always kill the coronavirus. If you have the coronavirus, let's say, you would have a mask to not spread it. If you don't have the coronavirus and you don't have a cough or a cold, it's really not necessary to wear a mask. But if you do have a cough or a cold, then you should wear a mask. Because if you spread it to someone, it's getting your germs. And to keep your hands healthy, you could have some sanitizer. Sanitizer that has at least 60 or 70% of alcohol. Normal sanitizer doesn't actually kill germs. Thank you for listening, and bye.
Namaskaram. This is Ashwati Nair from Trivandrum, Kerala. I would like to wish all the listeners of All India Radio External Service Division a very happy Vishu or Vishu Ashamsagal. Today is Vishu, the first day of the Malayalam month Medham. This day is celebrated by Malayalis as the first day of the new year, the day of new beginnings and good fortune. Vishu is a festival dedicated to Lord Vishnu and signifies the sun's transit into the Medha Rashi. A mythological story also points out this day to be the one on which Lord Krishna killed the demon Narkasur. Vishu is also celebrated of the food grown and the crops harvested. Celebrated on the 14th or 15th day of April every year, this much-awaited day signifies revival and rejuvenation. The simple joy of wearing new clothes, sharing the traditional sadhya or lunch, and bursting firecrackers in the evening is an experience that brings families together. The preparations for this beautiful festival starts a night before, wherein the puja room of the house is arranged by the eldest lady of the family. The word Kani means the first thing seen at dawn, and it is considered important to see auspicious things in the morning to get off to a good start and a great beginning. Hence, special care is taken by the mother to arrange an abundant and beautiful Kani. A flat platter made of panchaloham or 5 metals called the urili is laden with yellow konna flowers, yellow cucumbers, different varieties of fruits, coins, currency notes, gold ornaments, coconut, betel leaves, new clothes, and a mirror called the Val Kannadi. The mirror symbolizes seeing oneself amidst all the abundance. A traditional lamp called the Nilavalakku is also placed in front of the deity Lord Vishnu or Lord Krishna. As dawn breaks, on the morning of Vishu, the mother blindfolds each family member and lovingly guides them to behold the wondrous sight. All the members of the family open their eyes to see the auspicious Kani and thus greet in the new year. An elder then opens the holy book of Bhagavad Gita at a random page and recites the verses. It is believed that the verses would have a significant impact on their lives the coming year. The next ceremony is that of Vishu Kainitam, where the elders of the family give money to the younger members of the family and the dependents. The Vishu Kainitam not only symbolizes prosperity but also the blessing of the elders. The ladies then prepare the Vishu Sadhya or the traditional lunch that is served on banana leaves. The feast comprises of dishes of all flavors, giving a gentle reminder to face one's life's bittersweet experiences with inner strength and resilience. The festivities continue to the evening and the enthusiasm is taken to the front yard where the Vishu Padakam or the firecrackers are burst, giving a rousing applause to an enjoyable day spent as a family in happiness and harmony. May you all be blessed with good health, happiness and joy, and let each day be a celebration of life.
This broadcast came to you from the digital channel of the General Overseas Service of All India Radio.